This morning, we are talking with a coronavirus survivor. His name is Mustafa Avisi, and he lives in New York City. He contracted COVID-19 about 2 weeks ago and is joining us live now to discuss his experience during this probably really traumatic time. First and foremost, Mr. Avisi, thank you so much for talking with us this morning. How are you feeling now?
So much better. Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely. And so what was the process like when you first contracted the virus? Did you feel the symptoms right away?
My wife first felt the symptoms. It was like March 15th when she first started the feeling. And 3 days later, I started to feel the symptoms. And it's just, mine just got worse and hers just leveled up and disappeared basically. And I just had, continue, and I had to go to the ER.
And speaking of going to the ER, so you went to a hospital in New York City. What was the hospital experience like?
First day, it was a little tough for me. The first, 24 hours, my symptoms were high. That's why one of the reasons that I had to go to the ER, because I was told to stay home, keep yourself quarantined, and my symptoms were really high. I couldn't breathe. I was shaking. I had so much, I lost my taste of smell and taste of taste. I had the body ache, high fever. My fever, I had about 2 weeks that they couldn't bring it down. At home, I tried everything. And even in the hospital, after a few days, they had to, they brought it down. But I had leftover breathing issues, almost like a 20–30% now. But I'm totally fine right now. So much better.
That's so good, and I'm so glad to hear that you are recovering now. During that time period, what were you thinking? Because I'm sure that you had heard maybe on the news or somewhere before just about the coronavirus spreading.
What was I thinking? If I'm going to live another day, it was tough for me, but I thank God, all the nurses and doctors that took really good care of me. And it just was like a hope for me to believe in them and started to feel day by day so much more better. And the scariness, everything disappeared. So felt so much better right now, so much more confident. And all that.
That's great, and we're so happy to hear that. As far as the cases concerned in New York City, we are reporting that there is a big drop in New York City, which is great. How's the feeling right now living there and the people around you and the ones that you've talked to?
I don't see my family. I'm home all day, so I just keep in touch with them over the phone. Every day they've been calling me, a lot of messages that I got from people. I'm staying connected with them, and I'm trying to educate as much as people as possible how serious the coronavirus is. I'm trying to share my experience with them. So all day, that's what I'm doing, basically, answering people, getting back to them, and just being, I guess, a little hope for them as well.
And that is so great that you are doing that, and I'm sure a lot of people are very appreciative as well. And we are as well for talking with us this morning and letting our viewers know exactly what happens and just how serious this is and can be. Mustafa Avisi, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we hope you
Thank you so much for
fully
having
recovered
me.
very, very soon.
Thank you. Take care.
You too. Well, still to come, there is help on the way for small business owners, but will it be enough?